Good day, Royal Watchers, and welcome back to Danish News Daily. If you thought the Danish royal family had finally moved past their most embarrassing scandal, well, think again. Queen Mary is reportedly absolutely distraught as a Spanish court case has just dragged King Frederik's Madrid nightclub photos back into the spotlight. And honestly, the timing couldn't be worse for the palace. If you're not subscribed yet, hit that button right now and smash the notifications bell, because this drama is far from over and you won't want to miss a single update. Let's rewind for those who've somehow missed this royal soap opera. Back in late 2023, photos emerged of then Crown Prince Frederik enjoying a very cozy evening in Madrid with Mexican socialite Genoveva Casanova. We're talking dinner, nightclub hopping, and the kind of body language that had royal experts raising eyebrows across Europe. The palace went into full damage control mode. Genoveva insisted nothing inappropriate happened, and eventually the story seemed to fade into the background. Mary and Frederik put on their best couple face, smiled for the cameras, and Denmark tried to move on. But here's the thing about scandals in the social media age. They never truly disappear, do they? Fast forward to early 2025, and suddenly this whole mess is back in the headlines because Genoveva Casanova took a Spanish magazine to court over their coverage of that fateful Madrid evening. And wouldn't you know it, she won. The court ruled in her favor, which sounds like vindication on the surface, but here's where it gets messy for the Danish royals. Every single news outlet across Europe has now revisited those photos, rehashed the story, and put Frederik and Mary back under the microscope. It's like picking at a wound that was barely healed to begin with. Now, let's talk about Queen Mary for a moment, because sources close to the palace say she's absolutely gutted that this is all being dredged up again. Imagine trying to move forward with your life, supporting your husband as he takes on the throne, representing your country with grace and dignity, and then boom, the tabloids are printing those photos all over again. Mary has always been the picture of composure, the Australian girl who became Denmark's beloved queen, but even she must have limits to her patience. Palace insiders suggest she's furious that this nightmare just won't end, and can you really blame her? Here's what makes this particularly brutal for the royals. King Frederik's approval ratings have never fully recovered from the Madrid incident. Danish citizens are incredibly proud of their royal family, but they also hold them to high standards. When Queen Margrethe abdicated in January 2024, many Danes were thrilled about Frederik taking the throne, but that Madrid scandal left a permanent stain on his reputation. Every time it resurfaces, like it has now with this court case, it reminds the Danish public of the one thing they'd rather forget about their new king. The palace has remained completely silent on the recent court ruling, which is probably the smartest play they have. What are they going to say? Any comment just keeps the story alive longer. But silence also leaves room for speculation, and royal gossip fills a vacuum faster than you can say constitutional monarchy. Some commentators are suggesting this could have long-term implications for how the Danish public view their king and queen, whilst others think it'll blow over eventually. The truth probably lies somewhere in the middle. What's absolutely clear is that Queen Mary deserves better than having her husband's past indiscretions constantly thrown back in her face through legal proceedings she has no control over. Whether anything truly inappropriate happened in Madrid or not, the optics were terrible then, and they're terrible now. The Danish royal family is facing a credibility challenge that won't disappear with time because the internet never forgets. Thanks for watching Danish News Daily, and we'll keep you updated as this story develops.